Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I said I was coming on at 8 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. I got busy doing some stuff and then I was on the phone with a couple of my friends, putting some lotion on. And so catching up with some stuff um, and trying to finalize some travel events for the summer. So, yep. So well, it's dependent on the eye surgery and everything, and if I heal okay. Hopefully I will heal okay. Let me not worry about that. But anyway, I always buy stuff when it's on sale. I look to see what I can find, and I get bored real easy. And now that I can't really color small details in my coloring books, I mean I can, but I just don't think it looks as good. So I'm trying to use some of the supplies that I already had. Now I came on here earlier and I was came on coloring with Kim, and I always buy things that I think if it's on sale with a coupon that I want to try. And these right here, I did a little test with these today, and these are the Shuttle Art tempura whatever paint sticks. Now these are for kids. These they say they for kids, but and they're washable and all of that. I'm at the point now where I have some of the pages. I told you I was going to try to finish up 100 whips, and I'm at 49. Okay, and I'll show them all at one time, all 100 at a time. So, and whips are pages that you are that are works in progress. So yeah, I have lots of them, and so now I knocked down 49 of them. So now I'm at the point I just need to figure out because they're not all detailed. All I have to do is really basically throw some gel pen on them, or just put something for the background, or some nothing really fancy or all that. So I'm trying to use some different stuff. So this is like I said, it's a tempura paint. It's a tempura. I keep saying tempura, tempura paint or whatever it is. Tempura is Japanese food, y'all. Anyway, I got this a while ago, and it is. Ooh, let me see. I use this. What am I gonna use? Really? Oh, I'm gonna use this book. I've been trying to use this book up anyway. I've been using this just for practice. Now this is a fashion book. The Color It fashion book. I don't think it's a very popular book. A lot of people don't like to draw fashion or color fashion. But I did do something on one of these pages. Um, it's kind of a weird book. Um, okay, so I was coloring on this page, and I do like the clothes. I like fashion, first of all. I do love fashion. So I was coloring with some different pencils and some gel pens on this page. Anyway, so this will just be a book that I'll just use for practice, for using different supplies and stuff like that. I don't even know if y'all can hear that train. I apologize if you can. I can't do nothing about it. So I'm going to put some color down on this page with whatever I do. Um, I think it's cute. We got some boots, we got skirt, we got background, we got a frame, got some slippers, a little headband. It's a little creature in her satchel or book bag or whatever. That's cute. I love this is a skirt, but I have some jeans like this. It's got a, I think they call it bib overall or whatever. Yeah, so anyway, so any practice pages I'll be doing, I'll do it in this book. Oh, well, and even if I just do it just to tell, okay, so basically these things are already, you don't need paint. I mean, not paint, you don't need water. Okay, let me tell you what they say. They say this tempura Okay, paint stick set includes 15 of the most commonly used bright classic colors. Um, okay, we're gonna go with that. Y'all say that. No water or brush needed. Now I used these earlier today, and I was wetting them. They do move with water, and it's just something to just do the backgrounds. Okay, they're very hard to color with because I can't see really coloring along here. Now I did not try like putting them on another applicator and then putting them down. I got too many other things to be worrying about with this, so I'm just going to use it like I feel. Just uncap, twist, and start to paint. Hold on. I have this lean to the side. My little cataracts is kicking in. The paints are encased in small round barrels that are easy for children to grip. Yeah. Quick drying. They are very quick drying, no bleeding or dripping. You only enjoy painting without worrying about smears and smudges. And they don't move. If you keep them dry, they do not move. Yeah, quick drying, washable, easy to use, da da da. No worry about stains, blah blah blah. Works great on paper. Anyway, so I got these. I spent like $11 or whatever. It's 15 of them. So I'm not going to wet them like I did. If you want to see me use these wet, uh, Kim Kim's Creative Coloring just had a live today where I was using them wet, and I don't feel like it again. I just don't feel like doing anything wet on this book. And it's not that this book is anything special, but I just don't feel like it. So what I'm going to do is, even though this is cardstock, I don't have to put a page through it to it, but I will, just so I can get in the habit of doing it. Because sometimes I forget to do it. Now I don't need to do it with this because this is not even anything wet. But I'm just going to put some color down. Um, It is a kid product. It really is. But what you have is you have the edges where you can kind of lean them to the side and get through whatever it is that you want to color. So, let's see. I know. Let's see. Where is this lamp? See if I can put this down. I got one of those flexible arm lamps. Okay, that's okay. Did I put a shadow? Oh, that's okay. It is what it is. So you can use this any kind of way you want to. Now I find it really nice just to put it down like this, and then you definitely turn it to the side, and you can get almost to whatever edge you want to. If you are you can get real close, and you can erase it. If you get too close to something, you can erase it. See, like I got too close to right there, but we're not erasing just yet. I was doing swirls, but you can do it straight up and down. I don't know. I just kind of like these. These are like, they're real soft. Now, I know y'all heard that train. If these were smaller, they they would be awesome. But I can work with a chisel tip on a marker. So I did go over that, but I'll just keep going and I'll erase it later. I can work with the chisel tip on a marker. So I'm okay with using something that I have to kind of like keep moving it around. See the shape of it? It looks like it reminds me of like of a blush applicator. But if you get really good at it and if you get a nice little point on here, you can get real close to the edges. We're not gonna worry about that right now because You really do need to be able to see it well. And I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, so and once you put this down, you really can't move it around. You know how sometimes you can put stuff down and you can move it and smear it. Not these. They they dry like 2 seconds and that's it. They dry immediately. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around this a little bit. I'm not trying to do this whole page. But anyway, so that's the green, and don't worry about it that it's not perfect. This is a sample page. So anyway, that's the green. The colors are very, very much popping. They don't have, do they have the names on it? I can't see it if it has I was going to say they have the color names on here. I cannot see them. I literally cannot. And this is just a practice page. This is nothing that's going to be framed or anything. Mm-mm. But I will get my eraser out and try to clean it up. I believe I can erase these because I know they're washable. I wish these were smaller so that I could really, you know, I don't know why I did that, but anyway, because I like the way they feel. I do. And I like how they slide on. They just slide on. I don't have to do too much. Hold on. Mm-mm. They just slide on. But they are just wide. This one, yeah. Oh, this is the classic set. Does it have a color on here? Okay, I can see right now for whatever. Um, I do not see a color. Nope, they don't have a color. Now, these are, I like them. I do. Um, and like I said, I did a video over there with Kim where I did wet them. But I did wet them on. I wet them on a weird kind of paper. I forgot what book it was. I went over the line. Don't even worry about it. Nobody dies. So I guess just to be showing you, I can show you what these look like wet. I just wish these were smaller. I just wish the point was smaller. You know how you just wish something would. Hold on, let me see. I do have a brush here. So let me see what I can show you as far as the water, with the water on them. I don't think it's going to come out right. Yeah, see, it does. Spread with the water. And I don't really like this brush, but I've been fighting with this brush for a while, so we're going to leave the brush. So it kind of does spread out, but I do like the texture of it. So I feel like when I put this down here, I feel like I'm taking some of the texture away. And it dries so fast. Like it's probably dry now where you can't spread it. But let's see. Okay, see, can you stop? Can y'all see that is somewhat with the water kind of doing something? And maybe you might want this kind of look where you put the color down and then you just go in. See, now I got too much water. You just go in and spread the color with some water. You may want to do that. I'm just pushing the green. Hold on. And from what I remember, like I said, you can use an eraser. So I'm going to get my eraser to see if I can clean up some of the parts. And if not, everything's not perfect. But anyway, so it can be moved around a little bit with some water. Don't use too much though. I'm gonna tell you all that for sure. But you see that it's kind of blending in, but you kind of have to do it like pretty quickly because at some point after like 10 minutes or so, this does really dry. Now I'm not comparing this to anything, no Neo, nothing. Mm-mm. I was just showing you. Now I know y'all hear that train. So let's just work on the little yellow to see what the yellow does. Is the yellow gonna give us something? Yeah, it gives you something. It's and mind you, I'm just trying to do a background. Can it blend something together? Just doing a background. I don't think I have the right brush. I don't think. I don't feel like trying to find another one right now. But yeah, so a little bit of water will take it to the edge or wherever it is, whatever you're coloring. This is just an option, y'all. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just trying to figure something else out so that I don't have to be bored. So yeah, so a little bit of water does like extend it a little bit, you know. But at some point, I'm gonna tell you, at some point, the water will not work. Trust me. Ask me how I know. I know because I've been using this for a minute. I probably need another brush because this brush is not a good one. Where's my brushes at? I probably need a water brush. Do I have one that has water in it that I can squeeze out? Okay, we're gonna use this. I'm gonna try that one. I think I got all these have water in it, so I got a tiny one. Let's see. Of course, that's a perfect one. It doesn't have water in it. All right, I'm just gonna worry about that later. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if this one. Okay, that's got some water. It's got some water in it, and oh, it's got a lot of water. Okay, so oh, it's really coming out. But anyway, yeah. So you can use it like this. Now, this is not anything like the Neocolor 2s. Now, if you want to hear a comparison about Neocolor 2s, go over there and check Miss Ivy Pearl. She had a whole long discussion on the Neocolor 2s and are they worth it. I totally agree they're not worth the $200 price. I have maybe 40 of them and I'm good. I literally am. I have so many other things that I think would work. I do have in my wish list. I do have a list. I mean the King Arts. Those are the ones that Miss Ivy Pearl was doing a comparison for. But I've got some other gel stuff that does the same things and even better than the Neocolor 2s. So anyway, that's that. Let me just hit this with the dryer a little bit because I really showed you what I wanted to show you. So hold on. Now you can get this little dryer at Amazon for like $11. That's a little paint dryer. I do not suggest using your hair dryer. I did that for 2 years. Now, nothing is perfect. Of course, you see it's not all across the line and stuff like that. I'm not worrying about all that. I'm just playing around. So I do like how bright the colors are with this. Now, this is definitely nothing like a Neo Color 2. No, and it's not an alternative, but it's something that maybe you might want to try to help you get your backgrounds. They do have a whole lot. They got this in a 12 set. You can get maybe for like $8 or $9. I think I got this one. Um, I got this one, and it is a, I think it's 16, yeah, 15 set, and I got it maybe on sale for 11. I mean, you might be able to get it for $15. I don't know. It's cute. Let's see, how much product does it have in it? Let's see. It's got lots of product in here. It's still going. It's still going. I don't want it to fall out. I always feel like I want to pull it. No, I'm not gonna. But anyway, it's got enough product in here, and I, it's just something, for different backgrounds. Y'all know I started to really like doing books just doing their background because I bought a book that just had backgrounds done. So it's kind of my thing now. So let's see what else do I have to play with. And y'all, I'm making a box. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later on. I'm making a box of stuff that I don't want to just. Well, I'll talk about that later. So what else did I want to show? I want to show these Crayola. Of course, now you just want to be stuck up in here, really? These are the Mondo Lambo ones, but they have them in different brands. These are gel sticks. I don't think these are as good as the King Arts, but I think when they first came out, this Mondo Llama, I think these were $15 a piece at Target. I don't suggest these. Just me. I don't particularly like them that much. Nope, I don't. So this is what they look like, just like a regular old gel thing. I don't really like these. I ain't gonna lie, I'm keeping it real. I do not. But I like the fact that they are smaller. Remember I was saying I wish the other ones were smaller? It's something about the consistency of these that I don't particularly care for, so we're just gonna. But I do like the size because I feel like I can color with these. At least get some coloring down and color in things that are um, not super tiny, but kind of okay. Because you can still move it around and get the angles. Because I keep turning it so that I won't go across the line. But even if I do, it's okay. Okay. Now, I do like how that. I wish the temperas came in this size. I do like this size. Now, these may be like similar to the King Art, but I think the King Art ones, they have more colors. I think that they are a little bit more along the line of what I'm looking for. But I mean, these aren't horrible. I think these are overpriced because I bought two of these, 12 a piece. Actually, I have one in metallic. One's metallic and one's the classic colors. That's $30. I'm like, really? And these are a little sticky. Now, let's see. They don't dry as fast as these. Like, this is dry. That's like dry. This is sticky. But once it dries, it will not be sticky. But I cannot remember how long it takes for it to. Let me just use this thing. How long it takes for it to dry. And and you can move it around. So let me show you. I'm gonna put it right there. See, you can move these around. You sure can. And that's the part I like. I wish that the Tempuras would do that. See how these are two different brands and they're doing, each one of them has a little bit of what I want in one thing. So yeah, you can move these around with the water. And Mondo Llama doesn't put a whole lot of explanation on their stuff. So we're gonna make them both have these same sleeves. The yellow. So let's just, you can use it like this also. Some yellow. Or you can just put some on here. And then spread it out. Do like these to use them like this. And then these dry where you can come back in and use pencil. This is basting. This is basically basting. Okay, instead of using watercolors. So it's a quick way to base your stuff, and then you come back in with your pencils and do your shading, and you good to go. Yeah. Let me. So. And like I said, parting, going over the lines. And then when it dries, you can come back in and put some more on, of course. So, and these handle pencils well. So when I said I don't like them, I mean, I just wish when I look at these, I just wish that they were, I don't know what I want to say. Something about these things. But I do love the size. So let's just pick a red. I do love the size of them. If the tempuras were the same size as this, I think it would be great. And you can, like I said, you can just go through like this. Get close to the edge or not close at all. And these give you a little bit of time before they dry where you can't move them at all. Unlike the tempuras, the shuttle art ones, they don't give you, the shuttle art ones only give you like a short period of time before you will not be able to move them. They sure do. So you can clean this up and get close to the edges with a little water brush. Yep, I'm going across the line, y'all. Oh well. So, and even though it's like I'm just using very little water, if you spread it out, it'll still be the same red. It won't dilute. And then you, of course, if you fancy enough, you can figure out how to shade it and leave the lighter part and all that. That actually, this is actually red also. Then I want some more on here. Yeah, so pardon all the going across the line. Don't even worry about it. What are we gonna do? I don't really want this whole thing red, but we're just gonna do. Let's see. And you can put this on a you can rub this on the board like you do the Neo 2s. Put this on a piece of plastic or a palette tray or something, and then pull your color from that, and then paint with it, just like you do the Neo 2s or whatever it is. I'm just gonna kind of paint this whole thing, this whole strip here. Okay, I'm gonna paint this little red thing here. Don't even worry about going across the line. I don't care. This is just a sample. So yeah, so you can do it like that. And that's what people do with the Neocolor 2s also. So there you go with that. And this is just a little cutting board, a plastic cutting board that I got from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 for $1.25. You can go buy the Caran Dash cutting board, a palette for $15 if you want to. But why do that when you go to the Dollar Tree and get you a $1.25 cutting board and cut it up and be done, girl. So yeah, these I think are similar to the King Art. I don't know. I can't remember. Kim and I were talking about them. I don't have the King Art yet. I do have it on my wish list, and I'll probably get them one day, but not right now. But I even wrote on here fake Neo 1s and fake Neo 2s. I don't even know why I did that, but one of these are here are metallic. There's some gold and some silver, and these are the metallic colors. And then this is just a regular set, the classic set. I have another set of this right here. I'm putting to the side for something. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Yes, but to get the giveaway, you just have to pay for postage. Okay, but I will just like spin the wheel or something like that. So far, I have for it. I've got this one. Then it's stuff that I got that I really am not feeling. Got the Kohinoor watercolor palette thing. I got Mondo Lamba pencils. I don't know how many of these. I think there's 60 or something. They're hard, and so they didn't really work for me. Like, they're not like overused or nothing. I probably like tested them or whatever. It's got 2 trays. Some people like these. Some people don't. So yeah, so with that, all of these are gonna go in one box, and whoever gets picked, they just have to pay for the postage. I'm not paying for postage. Then I got this Happy Planner book. It did already start already, but it's still a nice book. It's I got it from Books a Million, and I got it when they had it for $3. And it's definitely it's new, of course. But anyway, it's really cute. It's just it's not even June yet, so you'll have time to use it. Then I'm going to put in this book, Tiny Worlds. Got it from Ollie's. A lot of these things are from Ollie's. Yeah. It's a cute book. I like the paper. And you can definitely use alcohol markers on there. So that. Then I got another book I got from Ollie's. I bought like 7 of these books. It's a Zen doodle book, and it's just a practice book for trying out your colors and stuff. I have mine now. I also use it for a swatch book. Nothing fabulous or anything, but just a book, and you can do whatever you want with it. Then I have a Rooms of Wonder to put in that already. Now those are the things I have so far. I want to make this box so big, so heavy, but all you have to do is pay for postage. So, and I'll send it bulk media rate. Um, and I will talk about it a little bit more. Now, I do have some other books I'm going to put in there. Some of the I want to get at least 2 more books that I know that are real popular books that people probably didn't get yet or they don't want. I'll be going back to the Five and Below and see what I can find. And then also I'll be adding some more supplies in there, whatever I can squeeze in there, maybe some brushes or whatever. Um, I will let y'all know when I'm doing it. But anyway, so that's what I'm making. I'm making up that right now. So okay, let's see. What else was I gonna do? Okay, so I had those. So the yeah, because I'm like I have so much, and I don't want to just I donate a lot of things, but then I'm like I like somebody maybe to get it, that I interact with on the YouTube. So anyway, so this is another option besides the Neocolor twos. Okay, and I do have some of those, and these are what I have for Neocolor twos. I don't have a whole the big old thing, and I think the big old thing is what did Ivy Pearl say, like $200? Girl, no ma'am. So I think I'm gonna put these in here. I've got the 10 switch color aquarelle. These are the same as the Neocolor twos. I think I'm gonna put these in the giveaway thing also, so you can have a sample of a little bit of everything. So these are some of my Neocolor twos. I have some more someplace else. Yeah. So it's kind of be like a box set for somebody just starting out, or maybe they didn't get the stuff that they was trying to get on a budget. A lot of people don't have Ollie's. So this is how. What did I do with my little plastic thing? Oh, here it is right here. So this is Neocolor 2. Now, all of the, oh yeah, right. Hold on. All of these are not Neocolor 2s. There is another brand. Hold on. It's mixed in here. Sargent Arts. And they are not Neocolor 2s. Why am I picking up everyone this? Okay, here. I got these from Staples. These are water-soluble crayons. They're called Sargent Arts. I got them from Staples. Okay, so let me just like pull this yellow. Why I always pick up yellow? Now these yellows are not the same, but let me show you. I'm just gonna do it on these boots. So Neocolor 2, I think they're like $3, $2 a pencil. I don't know. I can't remember how much. This was in the set. And it is the same to me. Maybe not as bright, but it's still water soluble. I think I bought a set of 24 or 48 before I got the Neocolor 2s. So now this one says it's yellow, and then this is a Neocolor 2. What color does this say? This says, oh, it says yellow also. Well, they're not going to be the same yellow, I'm sure. But anyway, so that is the Sargent Arts. And then this one is the Caran. Now, this Caran d'Ache one is smooth as heck. It is so smooth. It sure is. You can't beat that with the smoothness. But, you know, if you never had the Caran d'Ache, you would never know. And sometimes people like other things that are not, you know, the name brand stuff. You know, I don't like to be talking about a whole bunch of expensive stuff, and then I'm like, girl, sometimes people sign up and buy stuff, and, you know, I'm not saying any of y'all, but sometimes bills and things need to be paid, you know? So I'm just going to color this whole boot with this. So this is the Sergeant Art one. And I always say just use less water. And then, of course, you can do it like this, you know, and apply it like that. And then, of course, you can do it like this. Look at me trying to hold both of them at the same time. You can do it like that, and then pull the color from there, and then put it on the page. Same application as the Caran d'Ache. Then I mean, as the Neo Color 2. Okay, so that's the Sergeant, and I'll hold it up closer. But they're definitely cheaper. I'm just gonna do the whole boot. Excuse me. I'm doing it the same way. Or you can do it like this and apply it like that. Or you can do it like this and apply it like that. Yep, you can do that. So let me put that up to the camera so you can see. Now, this is not perfect, y'all. This is just showing y'all. So, okay, that's what that looks like. Let's just try another color to see. Okay, I have a blue. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna do a purple. Oh yeah, I do purples now. Does that say purple? This is ultramarine, and this is violet. Oh, that's Caran d'Ache too. These look so similar. I do have an ultramarine in this. Here's an ultramarine. And the Sergeant Arts Ultramarine, and then Neo Color 2 Ultramarine. They have the same name, so we're just going to say it like that. So I'm going to put the, let me tear this up a little bit. I actually dropped this one. And any of them that you drop, they'll subject to break. Now that piece that fell on the floor, I definitely would be picking that up and making do of it, putting it somewhere, and then rubbing it on the little board, dissolving it, and using it, or not. Now it was the Sergeant Art, so I probably will not. Well, I'll do it for demonstration purposes. But if it was the Neo Color 2s, I definitely would. Girl, I'm wasting this stuff. So this is the little piece that just fell off, but any of these could fall off like that. So that's the Sergeant Arts, which is that, and then this is a Neo Color 2. It did not fall on the floor, and I've had the Sergeant Arts for about 4 years, and these Neo Color 2s, I probably got them like within 2 years. Now these are soft and smooth. They sure are. And I'm putting it on heavy. You really don't even have to go that heavy with it. Where's the... Okay. Okay. I'm not even squeezing the bottle. The least amount of water, the better for these type of things. So I think that covered really nicely. So let's try the Caran d'Ache one. I mean the Neocolor 2. Same thing. And it's not a color match, y'all. It's just the application and the product. Saving money. $200 versus, I'm not sure what the sets are. The Sergeant Art one. Sergeant Art? I believe so. I think they have a big set. Not like, I don't think they have like 60 or so. I don't really know what they have. Like I said, I bought these several years ago. So I wasn't even checking for Neocolor 2s because I had already had these and I knew, and people were talking about, oh, the Neocolor 2s. And then I was in the art store and then I tested out the Neocolor 1, not knowing that there was a Neocolor 2. And so the Neocolor 1 is not water soluble. It's like a upgraded crayon, Crayola crayon. So, and it's pretty also. It's pricey too. Now, the only thing I really feel like I really wouldn't mind getting from Caran d'Ache are those pencils, her pencils. But I will not be buying $200 Neo ones, Neo twos, or whatever they are. Okay, so that is that. That is that. What is that? Is that? That is the Neocolor twos. And then this one is the Sergeant's. So you see, I did the same application. Hold on, let me dry this a little bit. Same application. And these actually look pretty good. Both of them are ultramarine. Same application process. And yep. So I think I paid $15 for 24 or 48 of these. And then I bought 12 of these for $25. That's just 12. And then I bought the other ones, I just bought like 2 or 3 at a time. So that's why I haven't. I think I've got some more someplace else. But I spent maybe $50 for the small number of the Neocolor 2s that I have. I have more of the Sergeant Arts than I do of the Neocolor 2s. But so yeah. I think that is a perfect dupe for those. I sure do. It saves some money. Put it down the same way. Hmm. Now, I'm sure there's some other things that are like that. Oh, y'all up in here talking. Somebody's talking. Not too many. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me put the overlay on. Okay, see the overlay. And I can never remember, it's the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top. I think it is this way. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna go like here because I can never remember. Hi, Miss Lori. How you doing? Thank you for coming over. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Boo. How you doing? Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi, Amy. How you doing? Thank you for coming over. Hugs, fiber, and love. Thank you, Boo. Mm-hmm. Bubbles is in the house. Bubbles is in the house. Okay? She sure is. Okay, those were the shuttle arts. I think she's asking what the first one. Yes, and see, Bubbles does not like messy. They did look cool, but they did look kind of messy. They sure did. Okay, I'm just doing a little comparison because Miss Ivory Pearl had opened up the door for people to see if they want to buy the Neo Color Twos and spend $200. So I'm just looking through what I have to show some options. And the shuttle arts, I just think those are okay for backgrounds. That's like something like my Camellia de Erico background or something like that. Nothing real fancy because they're too fat. They can't get in the line. But then the Mondo Llamas, they can get in the line and they can spread, but they're still a little bit fat. So for the Neocolor 2s, I pulled the Neocolor 2 out and then I pulled up the Sargent Arts. And Bubbles, you know I have those pencils, the Sargent Art water soluble crayons. And so that is the ultramarine for both of them. And I think they look very good. So yeah, Bubbles don't like messy stuff. Bubbles, my mom listened and asked what they are, and that's what I said. A messy, yes, it's a messy stick, but they're for kids, and not that kids have to have messy stuff, but to try to see, like somebody may be able to use them for some of their other coloring books. Okay, just because you don't like it, somebody else may like it. Okay, and that's the thing I'm trying to let y'all know. Okay, and just because you follow one person that you like everything that person does, and you know they don't like something messy, you still might like it. So just be open. Okay, girl, because I don't have no $200 to buy some stuff. Hey, did you happen to take Kim's? I sure did. How did you know? I took it, and I took also her lavender. I sure did. I saw y'all up in the chat talking about it. Hey, Taylor May. I saw y'all talking about it. So I'm just showing you options of different things like those. I think those things, even though they look messy, they might be good for clouds or backgrounds or bigger things. Okay, so don't rule out whether you like stuff or not. She gonna get mad. No, I'm not. So just don't rule out if you don't like it. And this because and then your favorite colorist doesn't like it, so you're not going to try it. Don't do that. If you see it on sale and if you want to try it, try it. Okay. We all don't color the same. We all don't like the same products. But did you notice the colors were popping? Okay. And some people like bright colors. Good night, Dawn. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate you. One thing for sure, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Color review is going to use some yellow. Girl, you ain't never lied. You better tell them. Coloring with Taylor Made. You know I'm gonna use my yellows, and I do it. Just don't even be thinking about it. What is she doing? I'm over here making a mess. No, I'm just testing out some products. Not sure Taylor missed the brand gel stick. I think she not talking to us tonight. See, look at y'all. I was, but I can't. When I talk to y'all, I can't get what I want to do done. Uh-huh. They are $2 per one, and you get 84 colors in the big pack. That's not bad if you're into them, in my opinion. And so, yes, Color Mints Lori. I don't like nothing. I do not like Mondo Llama either. I don't. That's why I'm gonna pass them on to somebody else. And I don't want to just. I'm not gonna trash them, but I don't like Mondo Llama, and I don't like them cheap ass paints that you had. Them artist loft paints. No, ma'am. Those are demon watercolors. Oh, the acrylic. Oh, they acrylic paint not bad. Okay. But I'm just saying, like if you have like I know some of y'all have kids and stuff. You don't want your kids to be using your good stuff, so So pump these up and be like, yeah, these are nice. Okay. So they won't get into your good stuff. Yeah, it's a little less than $200. I'm not getting them, but they can miss me. Uh-uh. Yeah, cause it's Karen Dash, right? She all up in your pocketbook. Okay, I have an extra set of the Neos still in the box. I needs to auction them off. Oh my goodness, yeah, do it. But I'm just gonna probably get the larger set of the Sergeant Arts, which are the same to me. The ones in the jar, not of them coming to tube, they are a mess. Oh, okay. Yeah, you like Neo Color 2s the better? Okay, yeah, see, some people like what they like. I'm just offering suggestions. That's all. That's all. Everybody's pocketbook is not as full as every others, okay? And I don't want y'all to make people feel bad if they don't have the Neo Color 2s and they have the Sergeant Arts. Because basically it's all about talent. You can have $900 pencils, and if you color and it look like crap, it's just gonna be you color the page with the $900 pencils and you look and it look like crap. They aren't my favorite. They are pretty. Yeah. So yeah, the one is a crayon. Yeah. And I need to buy a couple of ones so I can do a comparison with the regular Crayolas. Uh-huh. Right. Lori says she got the 84. She getting ready to do an auction. Now y'all gonna make these be on my mind about the one set. Well, you know how tailor made is. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's just I have the Neo Color 2s. I love using them. So nobody's saying nothing bad about the Neo Color 2s. I'm offering you a suggestion for if you I use them for backgrounds and other stuff. Wet or dry. Yep. And the same thing can use with the Sergeant Arts. And save you $150. Okay. My only problem is I like pointy tips on my colored pencils, so I'll be looking crazy once the tip. Well, there's a certain way to sharpen them. Yes, the heavier you apply them, the brighter they are. Yeah, if she wants to sell hers. Taylor May says she want to buy them. Yeah, and the post office is the devil. Y'all know I don't like the post office. Okay, bye, Miss Lori. All right. Uh-huh. Okay, well, we have them things picked up from your house. Don't play, okay? Yeah, you don't have to spend $200. They have smaller sets so people can buy what they can afford exactly. Or you can do like I do. What I normally did, what I did was I bought 12 first, and then I got the other ones that I have. I got them one or two at a time when I went to the art store. hmm Yeah, she didn't pay $200 for hers. She got hers on sale. Yep. Okay, Miss Amy, thank you for coming over. I sure did catch y'all. It's okay. Y'all do whatever y'all can do. Get the supplies. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but I'm just giving y'all an option. So she got hers for 100. Okay, and she got her, but I'm not buying any. I'm buying my full set of Sergeant Arts. That's what I'm getting. Okay, okay. I can afford I can afford the Neo Color 2s, but I'm not buying them. No, because I'm getting a full set of Sergeant Arts, and then I'm getting something else that I like. Okay, I'm filling out with something else that I like. Let's see, can we pick another color? Yeah, people do what they want to do. It's your money. Do what you want to do. Now, I have some more of these things, and I don't know where they all are. But let's see. I don't know what I did with them. I stuck them in something. Well, could do a whole comparison of just the basic primary colors. Okay, I'm just gonna pick these two. One is a Sergeant Arts. This is a yellow green, and then this one it's a yellow green also by Karen Dash. So let's do that with this one. And so you see they're both the same size. They are. Um, I can tell you right now, the Caran d'Ache one is more yellower than green, and this one is more green than yellow. So don't go by them just because they got the same name. So I'm gonna do the same test. I'm going to put the Neil 2 on this side, and I do believe in putting a heavy layer down. I do, especially in the middle. And then when you wet it, you can extend it out. You don't have to worry about getting exact to the edges. Now, I do find that to be a plus. So, got that. That's the Neo Color 2. And this one is the Sargent Arts. And like I said, this is a different color green. I mean, it's still yellow green, but it's green. But I'm just going to show you how easy it is to apply them just like the Neo Color 2s. And I'm just not trying to get to, so you can already see they're not the same color, so this is not a color comparison. Okay, so let's just do this again. Get my little thingy here. I'm doing it the same way for both of them. I sure am. So let's go ahead and do the Neo Color 2 first. And this is how I get it all the way to the edge. Don't put too much water down. I'm just going to tell y'all that. That's just my opinion. You do what you want to do. But yeah, so I'm getting it to the edge. And then I'm using a small tip water brush. And gets to the edge nice. And of course you can, you can do this to add more color. And then of course you can do this, put it on the board. And you can buy that $15 color board with the board from the Caran d'Ache. I have one. Or you can go get the $1.25 2 cutting boards from the Dollar Tree, which is this. I've cut this one up several times. You decide how you want to spend your money. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay. So that's how you put it on there. And you can let it dry, and then you can put in more. You know what they never tell us on here when that y'all, some of y'all be using Neo Color 2s. You never let people know that you put more than one coat on it after it dries. I know a lot of people that color with Neo Color 2s. I'm not saying anybody up on here right now, but a lot of the people that do Neo Color 2s let it dry and then add another layer. Yep, that's why it's so popping. Because it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm rinsing this off. But when you add another layer on top of the Neo Color 2s after it's dry, it really looks nice. So I'm doing the same thing with this. This is the staple. Sargent Arts. Same application process, same brush. Yep, same thing. Just so happens both of them had the same color name. And then of course you can do the same thing, dip it from the tip or put it on the board or whatever you want and then apply it straight from there. So let me show you. Let me dry both. Okay. And let me bring it up to the camera. So, so that's what that is. I personally like the Sergeant Arts because I like the fact that the price point is a lot better. I don't get caught up in name brands. If it works, it works. And these, just because they have the same color name, just look at it, the application process that I did put down. Now, um, to me, they're the same. Yep. So that's an option. And I'm glad that Ivy Pearl bought that out. So let me see. Because I just can't get caught up on buying all these name brand stuff. It's not like I'm selling my artwork. Girl, I only can't even finish a page. But I want to have more. I want to save money on one thing and then get something else. Because I really want to try a lot of different things. I don't want to just be I don't want to have full set syndrome, and I don't want to always be caught up in name brands. Now, if y'all want to, that's y'all's business, okay? I'm just offering an option for other people. And like I said, everybody's pocketbook is not as deep as others. And some people, they have other things going on in life. But if I happen to go to a thrift store or a Goodwill and I see some Karen Dash there for like $15 for a set of 100 or whatever, or 84, girl, I'm gonna get him. Sergeant Arts, water soluble. Yeah, so and then maybe you might want to get the smaller set of the Sergeant Art until you can afford to get the other ones. And please don't let y'all go in debt over these art supplies. Not saying anybody over here has, but I do know I was talking to some people in my personal life that soluble crayons that they said that they had got into a whole lot of debt over art supplies. I was like, really? Or whatever it is that they were doing. Okay. Ooh, they got a generic brand. Who are these by? Okay, so these are the ones that I have. These are the Sergeant Art ones, and these are now they're $30. And this is what I had. Oh, let's see. Hold on. These are the ones I have. Oh Lord. These are $30 for 24. So they when I got them, they weren't that much. $30 for 24. Okay. When do they have? Let me see if they have a bigger set. Okay, and then these Neo Color 2s for 15, this is a 15 set of the Neo Color 2s. For 15, they are $30. For 15. Okay. So they're hold on, I'm trying not to show personal information. These are 24 for $30. Here's 15 for $30. Okay. Okay, I'm just showing. And then of course they have different ones. Now somebody got a HA brand 24 for 14.95. I don't even know nothing about those. That's another brand. But anyway, so that's I'm just showing you, y'all. Y'all do what you want to do. Okay. Let me see if Sergeant Art has a bigger supply. I thought they did, but I'm not sure. That's the 24. They might just have the 24. And you still can mix these. I can't see this very well on my phone, so I don't even know if anybody's Googled it or whatever. Anyway, and maybe you get those and see if you like them, and if you like them, then you could go ahead and get your bigger set of. My thing is buying something that and then you don't even use it. That's why I like buying small. That's why I like my 12 and my 24. And then if I like it, then I'll buy the whole set and then I'll bless somebody with the 12 set or I'll keep it for a backup. Y- y- y'all know what I'm saying? I ain't really trying to get into y'all pockets and I'm not trying to have a war about Neo 2s and Prismacolors and polychromos and stuff. I just like the fact that everybody's coloring and I just hope that y'all at least get stuff on sale and stuff like that. What was in here? Oh, my Pablos was in here. See, like the Pablos, I love these things, girl. I'm not jumping no. I don't even know how much they are, girl. I had to buy a lawnmower and stuff like that. I'm just not. I just can't do it. But anyway, everybody does what they can afford. Okay, all right. We good? Oh yeah, everybody buy what you want. Okay, right. This lady had and yep, she had went into debt over her supplies. She sure did. And you know what she did also? She did, you know how they had them Afterpay and the Affirm and what else did they do? She said Afterpay, Affirm. She used to also buy wigs. She didn't just buy art supply. Taylor made, this was a lady that was over there in the wig community with me. And then she started coloring. And y'all will never know who it is because there's nobody over here. Because she don't even do it anymore. But she bought wigs and makeup. Okay, we and she was trying to keep up with me, and I was like, "Girl, don't try to keep up with me. Don't even mess with me. Because I don't have no obligations like that. Like, which she had kids and stuff. I think her and her husband ended up getting divorced because she was a shopaholic. And you know how you can tell them shopaholics? They always got to buy. They always got to have it. She always had this done, that done, all this stuff. And when Sheen came out, I think she was a representative for Sheen for a minute. But anyway, she had all the wigs, all the makeup and stuff. And then she started getting into coloring when well, actually, not the same time, but kind of like afterwards. And she would get stuff. She'd be hauling, and then she would buy stuff, like buy her makeup at Dillard's and Macy's and stuff like that, and then haul it and then send it back to the store. And I was like, just so she could do a video. That's what she used to do. I was like, oh, yeah. But see, wigs, you can't send wigs back like that. But she used to do that with her makeup. She would order stuff on Amazon, show it, and then send it back. Just to do a video. hmm So you just have to be careful. But yeah, she was a shopaholic. But she lost her marriage behind that foolishness, and she went bankrupt. What you said? You heard about somebody else doing what? What you say? Heard about somebody else buying wigs off of those Afterpay things? Yes, the Afterpay, the Affirm, and I think there's like two other ones. hmm Right? Oh hell no! Right? hmm Yeah. So yeah. So that's why I. Well, I always do that with anything. Like even with food and spices, I love expensive food and going to the grocery store buying all the top shelf stuff. But I always buy a little small sample of it or something, and then see if I like it. Because there's nothing worse than buying the hottest, nicest curry powder or something. Some of that stuff can cost. I bought some curry powder one time for $25. I sure did. It was the smallest little thing, and I bought saffron. I don't even know if y'all know how much saffron costs. Saffron can cost up to $200 for a little bundle. Child, I did spend $60 for some saffron one time. I still got it. I sure do. I got it frozen. It's so good, but you only need a little bit. You only need a pinch. And it really changes the flavor and the color of your food. I cook a lot of Indian and ethnic dishes and stuff like that. So that's all I wanted to show y'all. Take it for what it's worth. You know, I'm just saying. So that's why don't hold on, let me Sergeant Arts don't have they only come in the 24 set. They need an old nasty piece of 48, don't they? Why don't I see any more on here? Do y'all see any? Not that y'all looking at anything. Visit the store, Sergeant Art store. Oh Lord. Okay, so now and then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me some more well, I'm not getting anything right now. I'm on a budget, y'all. When I if I told y'all what I just had to put out. Oh, they got a 48. Is that? No, that's oil pastel. We're not talking about oil pastels right now. I'm not talking about those. I'll talk about those later. And I'm gonna talk about them Crayola pastel pencils Miss Bubbles got, as opposed to some of these $80 pastel pencils. And we're gonna do that to the test because I got the chalk the Crayola chalks, and then I'm gonna test them out with another set of pastels that I have that cost a little bit more. Not that I have a whole set. Oh, and Taylor May, let me show you my Daniel Smith. Y'all know I don't be out here doing all that fancy stuff. The Daniel Smith I have, I, it's a sample thing. It's a swatch. I paid, and this swatch was high. I think I paid $7. I thought the swatches were $5. I just bought it to see if I like it. That's why I always buy low and slow. So they just put a little. They got the 66 colors. These are the extra fine watercolors, and they just put a little drop. And when you use it, you don't have to use a whole lot of it, but you can get some color. I'm gonna pick up maybe a flower page to color with these. But this was, I think it was $7 or $8. So this is the only Daniel Smith that I have, tailor made. It can be pricey. Bubbles knows about this brand, but I wanted to try it out before I go buy it. So I can swatch these and see how they look. Um, There are some pinks, yes, hibiscus and wisteria. Now, but this one is, they have so many different colors and so many different brands. But this one, I want to say this is like a fall one. I don't know. And they have watercolor sticks, the same thing like the tempura sticks and also like the Neocolor 2s, but they're sticks. And these are not that high. Bubbles, did you see they had the watercolor sticks? I saw them. I might put them in my cart. I sure did see them. And they are everything. Okay. Just like Neocolor 2. Don't think you just got to get Neocolor 2s, y'all. There are other brands. All right. I'm just saying. They don't have to be cheapies, but I think the Daniel Smiths aren't that. I thought you had the water ground. Daniel, I do have the water ground. This is the watercolor. I got the watercolor grounds. I got the titanium white, and I got the one I like, the translucent, and I got the black. I'm gonna get the gold. I forgot that is. I do have the. I forgot I did have other Daniel Smith stuff. You right. You're right. I forgot I did have other Daniel Smith stuff. Daniel Smith stuff is everything. Yeah, I do have these. Now I need to get some more of this. This is the translucent one. This one is everything. This one was on sale at Michael's. This is the black. I do like this. But when you put this down for your watercolors and stuff, it makes it's not I don't use it just so that the colors won't go through the page. When you use these with watercolors, they make like they turn the light on for your colors. They do. And then this one is the titanium white. I'm not a fan of the titanium white. I already messed up a couple of pages with this because I didn't know it's like a gesso. Get the translucent if you get it. And then they have the black one of this, and then they have the gold. I'm getting the gold. I am. I'll put that on my wish list. But these enhance the when you put watercolors on top. If you put watercolors on top, like those paints, the watercolor ones that you have, if you put some of this on there and then put those colors on top, they just make them pop and stand out because there's no absorption in the paper. The colors is just going to pop right on top because this it provides a medium. This is what that does. But then also, if you got double-sided pages, you can put this on here and it won't go through. That's what the watercolor grounds are for. Ask me how I know, and y'all can Google this. I'm not just talking my smack. This is a fact. That's why they came up with watercolor grounds. Artists use this, okay, and we coloring in coloring books, okay. We're using stuff that are professional in coloring books, all right. Yeah, so I do. You right, Taylor made. I do have that, and that's all I have, Daniel Smith. I have these, and I have these little dots. Yes, that's what I was talking about earlier. Yep. I'm not into paint. I love coloring book stuff. I do too. But what we're doing are we are extending things that were made for palette. I mean for canvases and things like gesso and stuff like that. We're using products that were made for actual uh, canvases and other things, and we're putting them in coloring books. And the paper in the coloring books, sometimes the paper is horrible. It's crap. But it is like how you did the food dye. That's good. See, that's good. That's what I like. As opposed to buying the other ones, just what $10. So it's all the same thing, y'all. And most of this stuff is not light fast anyway. So I'm not gonna be here for 100 years to see if my paint stood the test of time. The best thing you can do is do what you want to do, color, express yourself, take a picture of it, put it on the Instagram. Okay, get your Instagram photographs up, because it will fade if it hits the light. Like you really think about it. Like if something happens, like what's gonna happen to your art supplies? Right now, it's just calming us down and it's giving us something to do. It's fun. It's a great hobby. You're not hurting nobody. It's creative. It's positive. I love coloring. I do. Coloring and painting and everything. Oh, and then also this was the Sennelier paint that I was telling you about that I have. Because I don't have a lot of because I got a lot of 50 cent matte acrylic paint, Apple Barrel or whatever from Michaels or Walmart. I got these in a set at Michaels, and I think these were like normally like $50 or something like that. But I got the three primary colors: yellow, blue, and red, and then also black and white. Um, so I should be able to make is up to 160 colors, and that's why I use this little mixing chart. But and I want to do a video where I kind of make some colors. So these are the Sennelier, the acrylic, and these are matte. I was so happy that they were matte because I used one of these in my collage books. And then they actually came with extra tips. But if you're actually doing canvases, now I did pull out these two canvases. These two I'm going to put gesso on and make them black again. And then I'm going to actually do some artwork on these. And then I had bought, now these are stuff I already had. I have bought this, was at Michael's too. This has got 4 little canvases, and I think I already showed it. This has got some acrylic paint stuff. I don't know about that. I don't think I'm going to use that. 2 little brushes. But I really got it for the canvases. And you can get these things really cheap, too. But it's supposed to be a paint by number thingy. So I don't know. I just said for something to do, a little canvas. And I guess the pictures are supposed to be like this. I don't particularly care for the colors. So I think this was like, it's Artist Loft also. I think it was like maybe $5 or $7. So I basically got them for this. And to see what kind of pattern it is. So if I want to do it, I can. I'm not sure how you put these on here. I don't know how to do that, but I'll read it and see. But it's a little kit. This is something good for kids or something like that. So I'm basically coming around to some of the stuff that I bought before. Now, Golden is a very good brand of paint. Golden, it sure is. This is acrylic paint. I don't know if they make watercolor paints or anything. I'm getting more into the acrylic paints also. That's why I wanted to get that gouache. Now I may get some acrylic gouache. I don't have any yet, but I may get some. But anyway, Golden is very good. And this one was on sale. This was $15. It was normally $40. So Golden is pricey as heck too. And then it also comes with some um, thinner, but these are the tubes. And this comes with the primary colors, which are, it comes with the yellow, red, and blue, ultramarine blue to be exact. But then it also, they throw in green, black, and white. So you can make lots of different colors with these. And it's just a small thing, but this can last a while. I'll be very conservative with it. But then once I learn how to mix it, then I'll buy, some bigger sets or bigger containers of these. So I just always like to buy low and slow because I may get bored and not even want to do this, and I just can't see spending a whole bunch of money for full set stuff and then I don't like it. Then I got to worry how to figure out how to sell it or whatever. I can't do that. I cannot. And then this is another Amsterdam is another brand that is popular. This is the skin tone set, and this is acrylic paint. And I have colored with this. Um I colored in a coloring book with it. I colored this lady. Where is she at? With the Amsterdam paints. As soon as I got them. I was telling y'all about it. This. So I know it doesn't look all perfect. The lady with the glasses, yeah, I did the Amsterdam paint, and I had never done it before, so it was very interesting. I used all of the colors, except for maybe this darker one. Definitely use the purple and that color, but this is a portrait skin tone set. Portrait. hmm So I am going to. I'm having fun doing other things. I'm not saying I don't want to color in coloring books anymore. I definitely do, but I want to do more things than just color in coloring books. Or color in coloring books with different mediums. hmm And definitely, it's going to depend on the paper. So yeah. So that's why I don't, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I have a bigger picture when it comes to this whole coloring thing. So, and then when I say I get bored because I know I want to do other things, that's why I get bored and I have to keep switching around stuff I want to do. But ideally, what I want to do is definitely watercolors, and then, if not acrylics, trying the gouache. But my experience with that Artist Loft gouache with those colors sucked and almost turned me off. But I do know that was just a mistake of buying a colors whole set and not even looking at the colors. I just assumed they had the primary colors in there. So I do know that they're better quality gouache paints, and I will be getting some, and I can't wait. But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. I only use those micro paints in my yeah, and you do it well. You do it well. I have some of the well, I think I got one set of those things. Uh-huh. But then I started buying the Derwent and then the Artisa, the glitter ones and stuff. But once you try something and then you get to like it, and then you get something else, you might see the Artisa set on sale. You might like that. So that's why I like starting out with something, and seeing how I like it, and then moving up, getting something else. Like before I got the before I got these Artisa ones, I had those too. I had those glitter ones, the artist loft ones. But then once you, like I said, once you do something bigger, then you move on. Now from those ones that you have, those that you have, then I moved on to this. Now Bubbles has some that you really move on to. Those are really nice. But I moved on to these. Um, and I like these a lot. So these to me are just like the ones that were in that set that you have. And like I said, I had actually had two of them. I had the glitter ones, and so yeah, and I think these were on sale one day, and I got these, and then what I did was I passed those on to somebody else. So that's what I like to do. I like to, like I said, buy a little slow, and I think I bought a smaller set of these, and then I got the bigger set. I wish I hadn't bought the wish I just got these because the smaller set was just as much as the other one. Anyway, I just like sales and whatever is there. What is for me is for me. Y'all know I like coupons, and so I let the coupon spirit move me. Yeah, yeah, and I need. We have to. Okay, w- you have. Do you have the one the romantic country number one? Which one do you have? Number one, two, or three? Because I have the one, and I just have. Was it the page that we were doing? I still haven't finished it. Okay, of course I haven't. I need to finish that page. Yeah, because I started coloring it in that with you. I really like the Windsor and Newton paint a lot. Yes, now that's now I saw you had that. That is everything. That's what I'm saying. Once you try the good stuff like that, you'll be like, mm-hmm. Yeah, those Windsor Newton ones you have is everything. I haven't gotten anything Windsor Newton yet. I almost bought a couple sets because Michael does have those. Michael does have those on sales. Sometimes they have buy one get one free with some of those things. So you got one, two, and three now. Oh, okay. I heard three is the best of them, but I went ahead and got one first. So I'm not going to get any others until I color at least a couple pages out of it. It's a beautiful book. Romantic Country is everything. Oh, you just got the third book? Yeah, that's a beautiful book. The paper is awesome. It's good quality coloring, and the artist is great. Yeah, I love books like that. I really do. I'd rather pay for that. You know, I think I might have got it on sale, but it's only a couple dollars cheaper or whatever. But it's okay. I think no more than $20. You know, those kind of books I really like, and then I like collecting them. So that's good. You got one, two, and three. So yeah, I'm going to. I need to color more into one before I even sign up for the any others. But yeah, that's what I do. I start out low. Now, Kirby Rosanna's new book, 10-year anniversary, is already out there. Yeah, Michael has those paints. Uh-huh. It's out there for $20, I believe. It's out there for you all to pre-order. Now, don't y'all get hemmed up like Miss Melopini book, okay? I don't think that's gonna be a problem because Kirby always delivers for to the U.S. like. Well, anyway, no, maybe Blackwell's. I'm gonna tell you, Blackwell's is probably gonna have Kirby Rosanna's book cheaper. So I would pre-order. I'm gonna check Blackwell's because it's on Amazon listed now. So I'm gonna check Blackwell's to see if the Kirby Rosanna's book is coming out in October. It's the 10th anniversary. It's gonna be a collab book. So I'm suspecting he's gonna have different pages from the other collab books. Because you know how he kind of messed us up with some of the older collab books. He put a whole bunch of the same pages. How you make a collab book out of a collab book? So we're gonna hope he's not gonna do that. I'm gonna call him tonight and see what kind of plans he has. But I'm sure he'll throw a couple of the dark fairy tales in there too, because it's gonna be a 10-year anniversary of all his stuff. So Kirby books are everywhere, even at Target. Yep. But yeah, so we don't have to worry about like Melopini, like you can't find her. But I still order the pre-orders because I do it at Amazon because if you do it at Amazon, well now Blackwell is cheaper, but Amazon if the price is lower, they'll refund you. Because I think one book I ordered from them, I got back like $6. I think I pre-order was $20, and I think the book came in on sale at like $14. So they sent me $6 back. I was like, why is Amazon sending me $6? And then I saw what it was. So, mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's why I like Michaels for that, especially when you get the reward point bucks rewards. And then also you get that 40% off coupon or the 30% off coupon. And sometimes they let you use the coupon on stuff that's on sale. So that's why you have to keep abreast of those. The new book is on sale pre-order now at Target. Yep, Target has it, Blackwell has it, Amazon has it. I believe Walmart should have it also. Uh-huh. Pre-order it. Mm-hmm. And but this is a 10th anniversary. The only thing I wish he would make it a hardbound book. Baby, that would be everything if it was hardbound. But he's not. Them hardbound books are just everything. I love a hardbound book, but with that good paper he has in there at hardbound, he would probably have to up the price to $25 at least. But no, we're happy with the pages. But I do want the one sewn in, so I might do like Bubbles. I didn't get the Blackwell one sewn in, and I'm good with the dark fairy tales. But yeah. So anyway, so it's thrown out there. What is it? It's still May. He talk about October. And Miss Camila de Erico has a book out coming out, and also Miss Johanna Basford. hmm And then everybody's screaming over the mythographic, the dragon book. Miss Bubbles has it, and Miss Kim has it. Country Life said there will be a couple new images in there. Oh, she did. Okay, yeah, she would know. Uh huh. Oh, oh, that's good. Because I kept telling him, you know why he didn't put it in there? I told Kirby, if you're gonna do a collab book, at least offer us a couple extra new pages. Just like this my lady right here. Hold on, y'all. This book's gonna fall on. See how she did her? Miss Hannah Carlson. She said 11 new drawings. 83 favorites and 11 new drawings. So Kirby, I talked with him coloring with Taylor. That's why he's throwing a couple of new images in there. Because I told him, I said, no, I'm not gonna be buying this mess. And you supposed to send me a free copy anyway. I told him. Kirby think he's slick sometimes, but I know how to talk to my boo. hmm So that's what's gonna happen. Okay. A couple more new images. Yes, that's what I said. At least give us a couple more new images. I would want a spiral bound. Okay, because I hate that I'll be struggling to get into the. I know. You know what? Spiral bound. That's actually even better than hardbound. Mm-hmm. Professionally spiral bound from them. Yeah, I would pay extra for that. I sure would. Uh-huh. Because yeah, getting into those cracks and stuff, and it just might be the one little piece of corner that you just want to color, and you can't get into there, and nobody wants to be ripping their books up all the time. I just do it because I feel like it sometimes. But yeah. Anyway, so that's something to look forward to. So I'm gonna get off of here. How long I've been on here? Oh, an hour and a half. Okay, y'all. So if you see this one on my other channel, it'll be just a repeat of it. So you don't even have to watch. But if you want to, give me a thumbs up and share over there when I do put it up on my other channel. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, just buy what you can afford. And, definitely look out for sales. A marketplace, a lot of people sell some of their older art supplies or supplies that they don't want. Sometimes people pass away, and the family members want to sell their supplies. Sometimes you can get a good deal for some name brand pencils and stuff like that. Um, Definitely check out the sales. Anytime I see something on sale, I'll let y'all know. I've been to Ollie's a couple of times. The only thing I saw at Ollie's right now, they still have some of the Tombow alcohol markers. And then they also still have, they have some of the Sharpies. The small, they only have the two set, the black and the white, the Sharpie paint pens. So, and I didn't see any new books. I did see some Johanna Basford books in there. Um, Same old stuff. I didn't see anything new. So, but I will be going again next week to two or three of them. So if I see anything, I'll definitely will report to you all. So I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for watching my video.